actually show this stuff in action here. It's my distinct privilege to get to represent the work of literally more than 8,000 VMware employees and many hundreds of partners who are building around this great new ecosystem. So security in the private cloud is going to be essential, and we're excited about where it goes with vShield and these partnerships. But what if I want to extend my security model to the public cloud? It's about this hybrid cloud model, as we've been speaking to. So what's really neat here is that we can take things like vShield Edge, and we begin to create secure tunnels between your virtual data center in one place and a virtual or even physical data center running in a public cloud. Very easy to set up one of these secure VPN tunnels. And what that means is that I can give access to my own private directory services, access to file servers or other data, to things that are running in this trusted public cloud, all going over a secure tunnel. And this is one way that we move towards secure hybrid cloud computing. Now, a question I often get here is, how can I know about that public cloud itself? And how can I know that it implements all of these security capabilities that I need to manage things? And so I'm also very happy to introduce a new program that focuses on this. This is called vCloud Data Center Service, and together with the partners implementing this, we'll be able to offer you secure hybrid cloud computing. So let's dive into vCloud Data Center Service for just a moment here. So existing vCloud partners are doing quite well, and they've provided a common platform for virtual machines running in your private cloud to be migrated to and run without modification. But we see a great opportunity here to extend it even further. Not only will it be a common platform, but we can use vCloud Director on both sides to provide common management, and vShield on both sides to provide a common security model. And if you think about it this way, I can now use my same workloads, my same management and training, and the same security model for running things in the hybrid cloud. Very happy to announce the initial 5 partners of the vCloud Data Center Service who are offering these services that are completely certified as working with your private cloud built on these same technologies. It's going to be extremely exciting, and you're going to hear a lot more about this during VMworld.
James, let me start with you. I think when we were chatting before, you gave a pretty interesting story. Well, I think it's interesting because I didn't have to deal with it. You did. Maybe you have a different word for it. But about when you were first asked to get into this area of the technology business and a set of specifications that was somewhat challenging. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I think what Paul mentioned before about uncertainty, the certain thing was that it was uncertain in terms of our capacities, in the amount of storage that we needed, in terms of the compute capacities were completely opaque. Memory, network bandwidth, everything was basically uncertain, with the only certainty I was given that there was no capital, upfront capital spent. So I think we've all had those kind of projects before, but this was real. There was none. So we obviously went out to RFP, came back, and we selected Bluelock as a partner in this initiative, and the cloud computing as an environment really is what it says it is. We went in with those nothing certain, and we were initially assuming on the order of 10 terabytes. We eventually migrated over 65 terabytes of data. In terms of compute capacities, as an aggregate, we were wrong. As a departmental level, we were wrong, and yet the project never wavered from the deliverables. We hit it, worked with John Paul from Bluelock, and came up with a very interesting financial model that captured all the initial goals that we set out. So, that's my experience, and it is what it says it is.
So it's like, after a start like that, it must seem a little bit easy afterwards.
Well, we'll see on the next project.
So, Pat O'Day, the CTO for Bluelock, and if you saw the keynote this morning, you saw that we were one of the 3 launch partners in North America for vCloud Data Center, which is a new initiative from VMware. And I was going to talk a little bit about how we got there and really show you some of the things we can do that we couldn't do before. So we started to work with VMware on the Redwood project probably a year ago, and as you know, it evolved into vCloud Director. And it really helped us solve a lot of those problems. So our customers today are a mix of people who just have VMware, or they've implemented VMware with all the operational controls and self-service using some kind of management tool to make it kind of cloud-like. But we're calling it all private cloud today because we think eventually it will go there. So Director, the first thing he gave us was the ability to import and export virtual machines in and out of the environment. That had been elusive, but it works extremely well. Those of you that I'm assuming everybody here is a VMware customer in some way. So you're used to the vSphere client, which is a tool to manage your VMware environment. And Director gave us a different user interface. It's web-based. Looks a lot different than vSphere client, but you can come in and manage the public cloud. You saw in the demonstration today where they were in one vSphere environment, and then they went over to the cloud, and they were provisioning workloads back and forth. The gap that we saw was when we showed our customers the Director interface, it had all the features that they needed, but we were back to that operational training issue, where everybody they had was trained and certified on how to run the vSphere client, and had no idea how to run the Director interface. So we built a connector using the vCloud API that basically allows them to manage vCloud Director using vSphere client. So their operation folks see it, it looks exactly the same. They've got public cloud, private cloud right in the same interface.